He is known for his contributions to philosophy and psychiatry. He is recognized for his work in improving the psychiatric approach to mental illness. He is Karl Jaspers. Karl Jaspers, a renowned philosopher and thinker, was born in Oldenburg in 1883. Despite being raised in a family of legal professionals, Jaspers felt a deep calling towards philosophy from a young age. He began his academic journey by studying law at the University of Heidelberg, influenced by his father's profession. However, it soon became evident that his true passion lay elsewhere. In a moment of self-discovery, Jaspers made a pivotal decision to switch his focus to medicine in 1902. He pursued a medical degree at the University of Heidelberg and later joined a psychiatric hospital in the same city. Dissatisfied with the prevailing approach to mental illness, Jaspers dedicated himself to revolutionizing the field of psychiatry. Jaspers' intellectual pursuits led him to habilitate at the philosophical faculty of Heidelberg University in 1913, where he eventually obtained a permanent position as a philosophy teacher. During this time, Jaspers formed a close bond with the Weber family, fostering lifelong friendships. However, as the dark cloud of Nazi ideology infiltrated Germany, Jaspers' Jewish heritage through his wife made him a target for persecution. In 1933, the Nazis' rise to power forced Jaspers into retirement from teaching and imposed a publication ban on him in 1938. Despite these oppressive circumstances, Jaspers found solace in the support of his loyal friends and continued his intellectual pursuits. The constant threat of deportation to a concentration camp loomed over him and his wife until the liberation of Heidelberg by American troops in 1945. In 1948, Jaspers sought refuge in Switzerland and joined the University of Basel. His contributions to philosophy and his commitment to the pursuit of knowledge earned him the honorary citizenship of his birthplace, Oldenburg, in 1963. Karl Jaspers remained an influential figure in the philosophical community until his passing in 1969, coinciding with his wife's 90th birthday. Throughout his life, Jaspers' journey exemplified his steadfast devotion to philosophy and his unwavering pursuit of truth, even in the face of adversity. His legacy continues to inspire generations of thinkers, reminding us of the importance of intellectual freedom and the power of knowledge in shaping our understanding of the world. Karl Jaspers, a renowned philosopher and psychiatrist, was dissatisfied with the popular understanding of mental illness, which led him to question both the diagnostic criteria and the methods of clinical psychiatry. In 1910, he published a groundbreaking paper that addressed the issue of whether paranoia was an aspect of personality or the result of biological changes. Unlike the prevailing norms of his time, Jaspers studied patients in detail, using what is now known as the biographical method, which includes gathering biographical information about patients and noting their own feelings about their symptoms. In 1913, Jaspers published his seminal work, General Psychopathology, which has since become a classic in psychiatric literature. One of his central tenets was that psychiatrists should diagnose symptoms of mental illness based on their form rather than their content. For example, when diagnosing a hallucination, it is more important to focus on the discrepancy between visual perception and objective reality than on what the patient actually sees. Jaspers believed that understanding the form of the symptom was crucial in making accurate diagnoses. Jaspers extended his approach to the diagnosis of delusions, emphasizing that clinicians should not consider a belief delusional based on its content alone, but rather on the way in which a patient holds that belief. He also made a distinction between primary and secondary delusions. Primary delusions, in Jaspers' view, were autochthonous, meaning they arose without an apparent cause and were incomprehensible in terms of normal mental processes. Secondary delusions, on the other hand, were influenced by the patient's background, current situation, or mental state. Jaspers controversially argued that primary delusions were ultimately ununderstandable, as he believed that no coherent reasoning process existed behind their formation. This view has been criticized by some, who argue that it can lead therapists to dismiss a patient's experiences as delusions without further investigation. Nevertheless, Jaspers' contributions to psychiatry have had a lasting impact, with many modern diagnostic criteria stemming from his ideas. His emphasis on understanding the form of symptoms and the significance of personal experiences has become a mainstay in psychiatric and psychotherapeutic practice. Karl Jaspers, a philosopher deeply influenced by existentialist roots, believed that the quest for truth and meaning in life goes beyond empirical methods. In his work, Philosophy, Jaspers explored the history of philosophy and introduced his major themes. He pointed out that as we question reality, we come face to face with limitations that cannot be transcended through empirical means. It is at this crucial juncture that individuals are presented with a choice: succumb to despair and resignation, or take a leap of faith towards what Jaspers refers to as transcendence. For Jaspers, transcendence represents that which exists beyond the confines of time and space. It is the realm of ultimate non-objectivity, leading some to argue that Jaspers became a monist. However, he emphasized the importance of recognizing both subjectivity and objectivity as valid concepts. While he rejected explicit religious doctrines, Jaspers was greatly influenced by mystic Christian traditions, such as Meister Eckhart and Nicholas of Cusa. He also delved into Eastern philosophies, particularly Buddhism, and developed the theory of an axial age, a period of significant philosophical and religious development. Jaspers's philosophy of transcendence and the limits of human experience had a significant impact on contemporary theology. He engaged in public debates with theologian Rudolf Bultmann, criticizing Bultmann's demythologizing of Christianity. Jaspers wrote extensively on the threat to human freedom posed by modern science, economics, and politics. During World War II, he had to abandon his teaching post due to his wife being Jewish. After the war, he resumed teaching and examined Germany's collective guilt in the atrocities of Hitler's Third Reich in his work, The Question of German Guilt. Jaspers's philosophy remains relevant today as we navigate the complexities of existence. His emphasis on transcendence and the limitless freedom of individuals, which he termed existence, offers a path towards authentic existence. By taking a leap of faith beyond empirical constraints, individuals can confront their own freedom and experience life to its fullest. Jaspers's reminder to continually remember the atrocities of the past serves as a warning against forgetting, as only through knowledge can we prevent history from repeating itself.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.